My girlfriend used to talk in her sleep. At first it was cute, hilarious even. She'd mumble nonsense like, "The sky is folding," or "We need to raise the ground," and we'd laugh about it in the morning. It became part of our routine, me staying up later reading, while she drifted off first. I'd often hear her muttering softly behind me, always absurd, always harmless. That changed last night. It started like any other evening. We were cuddling until it got too warm. Then we rolled apart, lying back to back. She was asleep within minutes, and I was flipping through my book. Around 11 p.m., I heard her mumble. I leaned over, her face looked peaceful, undisturbed. Shrugging it off, I returned to my reading, eventually dozing off. I don't know what time it was when I woke, but she was facing me now, mere inches from my face, eyes wide open and vacant. Not just open, vacant, like she wasn't looking at me but through me. Her pupils were dilated unnaturally. Her eyelids stretched as if she were trying to peel her own face wide. I tried to calm myself. Maybe the book light woke her? Maybe she just wanted me to turn it off? That illusion shattered when she spoke. "Come back to bed, dearie." Her voice was wrong, too deep, too deliberate, and she had never ever called me dearie. I asked softly, "Are you awake, sweetie?" No response. Her breathing didn't change. It was the rhythmic, even breathing of deep sleep. Her eyes locked on mine, darting briefly to the ceiling, to the walls, then back. Still no response. Then she spoke again, still with that voice. "Of course I'm awake. Come back to bed." Her hand reached out and patted the comforter, the fingers twitching unnaturally, bent at angles no joint should allow. One pointed straight down, the others crooked sideways, as though a puppet master had only read descriptions of human hands. "I'm just getting a drink of water, baby." "Want anything?" I asked, trying to sound casual while inching toward the door. That's when her voice turned monstrous. "Take one step out of that door and I'll rip out your throat and shit down your neck." I didn't respond. I couldn't. I grabbed my water bottle and sprayed her face on instinct. Her eyes rolled back, limbs slackened, and she collapsed back into sleep. Just like that. Like flipping a switch. I fled to the couch and didn't sleep a second. The next morning, she was back to normal. Cheerful, loving. No memory of what had happened, but I couldn't shake it. I carried the water bottle with me everywhere like a holy relic. My girlfriend, the kindest, gentlest person I know, had turned into something else. Something evil. Something not her. That night I heard her voice again through the closed bedroom door. "Where are you, pumpkin? Can't you sleep?" It sounded like her almost, but just slightly off. A beat later, the deep voice returned. "If you don't open this door, I'll slit the cat's throat." The cat? I had left him in the bedroom with her. I bolted up, heart pounding. I had to do something. When I got to the door, I saw something move under it. Something pink and muscular. Her tongue, slithering under the door like a worm, searching. I sprayed it with water. It recoiled instantly. I opened the door. Her unconscious body lay in front of it, slick with black tar-like sweat. The floor and bed were drenched in a dark slime. The air smelled metallic and sour. I tiptoed inside, calling softly for the cat. He had hidden under the bed. Cautiously, I dropped to the floor, one hand gripping the water bottle, the other reaching blindly beneath the bed. I felt fur and grabbed, but the cat wriggled deeper. Frustrated, I set the bottle down to crawl further under. That was my mistake. She was standing over me when I looked up, towering, hair soaked in black ooze, her teeth bared, her eyes bloodshot and yellow. She lunged, grabbing my ankles, lifting me off the ground with terrifying strength. I kicked with all I had, knocking her back. I scrambled free and slammed the door behind me, jamming it shut with a chair. This time she screamed from inside, "You're going to be so tired at work tomorrow." She was playing games, psychological ones, and I wasn't winning. The next morning I found an exorcist on Craigslist. I didn't care if it was a scam, I needed help. He insisted on one condition. My girlfriend couldn't know what we were doing. If she found out, no refund. That night was the slowest of my life. I lay in bed beside her, feigning normalcy. She kissed me goodnight and turned off her light. I kept mine on. "Why's your heart beating so fast?" she asked. "Scary book," I lied. She laughed and fell asleep. I waited 3 minutes, then slipped out and locked the door. "Come back to bed, baby. It's cold without you," she called out. Still her voice, but not quite. Then, "There's someone coming up the driveway. It's late. Don't let him in." The doorbell rang. Outside stood a tall man in priest garb, tattooed arms visible under his cuffs. We had no time to talk. As we reached the bedroom, we heard a noise, not from the room but the living room. "The cat," he whispered. We turned. There it stood, my cat, eyes yellow, mouth open, drooling black fluid. It hissed, but the sound was wrong, wet and bubbling. Then it spoke. "I told you not to let him in." Before we could react, it launched itself at the priest, clawed up his body like a snake and wrapped its legs around his neck. He tried to fight it off, but it jammed its tail into his throat. I grabbed the holy water and forced it into the cat's mouth. It dropped like a rock. We locked it in a travel carrier. "Have you ever dealt with something like this before?" I asked. "1,000 times," he said, voice hoarse. I wanted to believe him. Then came the banging. My girlfriend was trying to break through the bedroom door. "You don't love me. You never loved me." We heard glass breaking. A new plan formed. Get her into the shower, restrain her, and perform the rites. We unlocked the door. She stood there, taller than normal, slicked in black ooze, one yellow eye peeking through wet hair. She held a shard of glass to her wrist. Before we could stop her, she slashed once, then again, then bit her hand clean off. Blood and oil pooled at her feet as she collapsed. We dragged her to the shower, spraying her down. Her skin paled, the color returned. But her pain was real. She screamed in agony before fainting. We restrained her to the bed with bungee cords, legs and one arm. Her eyes fluttered open. What's happening?" "It's okay. We're going to fix this," I said, choking back tears. But then her eyes changed again, yellow, empty, and she smiled. "It's over. You failed." Her severed hand crawled across the floor, reached the spray bottle, and launched itself down the stairs. I chased after it. It hid behind the fridge. I played it cool, filling a glass with water. Then it jumped, landing on my face. Fingers clawing my eyes, yanking my hair, trying to force itself down my throat. I ripped it off, threw it into the sink, and drowned it in water. Then I trapped it in a cooler full of ice. Upstairs, the priest was finishing the ritual. I noticed something. His Bible was full of demonic symbols. Not scripture. But it was too late. He said the ritual was complete. I took my girlfriend to the hospital, unsure if they could reattach her hand. Unsure if they even should.